Hello, my raccoon cosmic egg friends. That's a very interesting combination. Let's see what we've got. All right, raccoon, talented, shadowy, in hiding. And of course, raccoons are famous for their mask. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to a greater or lesser degree. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. I find this particularly interesting with coming as it does with the Cosmic Egg, which is the last entry in this book, in this oracle deck. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The Cosmic Egg is the final card in the Journey of the Animal Spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. So that would definitely tie into some of the hidden aspects of the raccoon, I think. Okay. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. The cosmic egg in the 7th chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called the Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward toward the Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras play an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of 1,000,000 suns. So you are on your way. It's, I really like, so we have the last card in this deck, and this is one of the first cards. I think it's the 5th card in the first chapter. She doesn't number the cards, but if she considers this the last card in the journey, then she does have some sort of sequence in mind. So, going with that idea, I really like that she also, or that this illustrates that no matter where we are on our journey, our life experience, we can end up visiting or revisiting places that we've already been, or that we thought were at the beginning, and now they're here, right before the end. Because there's not really an end, like this snake shows, because it spirals, right? So it goes around and around and around, and that's how our journey goes, our experience of life. The life experiences keep happening, they keep repeating, different people, different places, different shapes, and different opportunities to learn something about it and to make different choices. All right, let's look at your tea leaf cards and see whether or not this reading is for you. First of all, we have haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. And we have casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. What's really interesting are these next 2 cards. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So, what have you sown? Okay. And then over here, time to get out of a situation. So if this situation hasn't ended, you know that it needs to. Then we also have pay attention to your work, and things will not always be this way. Change is coming. All right. So it sounds like there's a lot going on with you. There's nothing really. Well, we have pay attention to your work, which is definitely a career kind of card. But other than that, I'm not positive that this is all career oriented. It might be. It could be. It might be something else. It might be both, career and something else. Anyway, let's see what tarot has to say to you. That's funny. The first thing that popped to my mind, I mean, you have the star. That was your first one out. But the first thing that popped into my mind with the Eight of Pentacles was you feel like it's never going to be done. You've been doing the work and doing the work and doing the work, and it just feels like it's never going to end. So, we have the Star, which is a card of healing, a connection to the divine. We have the King of Cups and Death, the end of a situation. That's really funny. Well, you know, it could be funny, haha. It could be not that kind of funny. Okay, King of Cups, someone who is very much in control of their emotions, but perhaps reluctant to share them. They have a great deal of emotional intelligence. The question is, how do they use it? Or maybe I should say they have a great deal of emotional control. But I do believe they have a great deal of insight into others' emotions as well. To be a King of Cups, there has to be some emotional intelligence. I don't see the kings or queens as one being superior to the other. They're just different. And again, no gender for either one of them. Now, the Knight of Swords, all the knights are about movement. They're about change. Moving through something. You have the Two of Wands here in reverse. So this Knight of Swords, this is interesting. Knight of Swords, the sword suit is about the mental aspects of a personality, of course. So being intellectual, thinking things through, looking for facts and information, learning, being open-minded, flashes of insight, aha moments, that kind of thing. So this Knight of Swords is in the upright, so they tend to be impulsive, impatient, in a hurry. And it's very interesting that they are paired with the Two of Wands in reverse, which is analysis paralysis. So they want to move forward, they're impatient, they have this urge to go, 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 but they can't decide what to do. So this Knight of Swords, whether it's you or the person on your mind, may feel like they're just running around in circles. And then we have, okay, so I was talking about this Eight of Pentacles and the Star. The Star is about healing. And remember I said that the Eight of Pentacles felt like somebody feeling they're never going to finish. We already had death come up, so to speak, with Casket. You saw the order the cards came out in. That's why it ended up on Casket. Death and Casket, I think, are really reinforcing each other. So something about the King of Cups aspect of your personality, the emotional control, may be changing. How you do it, or perhaps if you do it. Something about your understanding of emotional control is changing. And it may be connected to this situation that keeps popping up in your tea leaf cards. But, so your emotions are saying one thing, and we have this swords aspect of your personality, I think, not able to make up its mind. Which is probably driving you crazy. So, let's see what the universe has to say about all this. Alright, I'm not at all surprised. So, we have quest, on a quest, a migration, a longing, a desire, perhaps unbalanced. The King of Cups should be pretty well balanced, honestly, emotionally speaking. Like I said, they are in control of their emotions. But there's definitely this yearning here for something, strong desire. Interesting. The crows come out. Using the Crow Tarot, and the crow has come out for you. So memories, remembering, mystery, magical power. Of course, it reminds me, I think Hunan and Munin are their names. The crows, Odin's crows, that flew around and kept him informed of everything. We also have a new event or happening and a clever problem solver, observant, an omen. Perhaps you have an omen coming your way, or you were hoping for an omen to help guide you on how to deal with this longing and migration quest. Sorry. Okay. So we have longing, we have a quest for magic, perhaps. Knowledge, information. A solution to a problem. We have finances. So finances are an issue, but we also have Phoenix, which is about rebirth, death and rebirth. Death has come up like 3 times now for you. Definitely a big ending. Rising up from the ashes. Perhaps, well, the thing about the Phoenix is who arises from the ashes is different than who went down in ashes. And that's something worth remembering. So perhaps there has been a big financial hit here. It doesn't have to be finances, but it does seem to be related to resources of some sort. And it doesn't look like it went well. If you go from resources to the Phoenix, the fish to the Phoenix, there's a need for a complete renewal. And the moose, I'm getting, it says time alone, independent. I'm getting a sense of rebuilding, a need to rebuild yourself. I don't necessarily mean financially, although That could certainly be the case. I'm also getting the sense of putting on a front, of being cool, calm, and collected. It's odd it says solidarity when it seems to be more about solitude, being solitary. So I don't understand why they put solidarity on there, because there's nothing... Solidarity is when you are committed to someone or something else. And nothing else on that card indicates being committed to anything or anyone other than yourself. So, oh, that's interesting. Okay. And yet, look what you got. Wow. All right. I don't know if you are the woman or the man. And I'm not ruling out a same-sex situation either. The issue is there a romantic connection? It says love interest on both of these. And one of you may present more female, and the other may present more male. It doesn't matter. The point is, one or both of you thinks that this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of connection. Now, I'm a little puzzled as to why that's coming out underneath this this middle row here about the phoenix and the moose, the rebuilding. Moose are very solitary creatures. They have to be because they're so big. They can't share space with another moose because there's too much competition for resources when there's two of them in a small area. But anyway. Obviously, this is a situation on your mind. What do we need to know about this situation? If anything. Yeah. Love, joy, desire, romance. Got that. Huh. What is the unwanted stuff? The purging. Delete. Total makeover. Unavoidable. Restoring harmony. Maybe restoring harmony. It also says forgiveness. This one says forgiveness. And this one says purging. Cleanup. Restoring harmony. So it sounds like there's a lot of work to be done in this connection. And now we have another person. Or is it? Maybe it is. I mean, it's entirely possible that someone, apparently the male presenting one, is going through a phoenix and turning into somebody else. Not, not literally, but being transformed can feel that way. Going through a major awakening and transformation and healing, because you got the star card underneath here, can really change a person a lot. So I'm definitely seeing the possibility of one person going through major changes and becoming a very different person. People can change. Most people choose not to. And this kind of thing is what forces people to change. Because if you're comfortable, why would you change? And that's the way it usually is. But I would like to know more about this second man. So we have anvil, resolve, purpose, focus, concentration, resilience. A lot of determination here. The Wolverine, fierce, unpredictable, assertive, possessive, inner demons. Also determined and fearless, but not necessarily in a healthy way. And then we have the Squirrel, energetic, secretive, my ADHD card. Prepared for anything, but also miscommunication. Also an indication of possessiveness with the frugal, saving, hoarding. So while there is this focus, there's also this issue with focus. Why are there two men? Or two man cards. Might not be two men. Should not assume. Why are there two man cards? Yeah, it's definitely unclear. Many opportunities, perhaps? Perhaps you have more than one option. Again, confusion, misunderstandings. Well, this is miscommunication. This is misunderstandings. Definitely similarities there. Storm brewing, torn up, a sudden unexpected end. Tornado. We were under tornado watch just 2 days ago. Interesting. We didn't get a tornado, so that was the good part. Change of heart, access, many opportunities. Yeah, perhaps there are two people. In control, transition, new beginnings. Perhaps you were someone who didn't think you had many choices or would ever have many choices. Now here you are with more than you know what to do with. Hang on. I want to grab another deck for you. I haven't worked with this one much. I haven't had it for very long. But it's called the Healing Oracle, or Healing Spirits Oracle. The cards are very large. They got a caduceus on them. Isn't that great? All right. What message does my confused viewer need with this hesitation and miscommunication and misunderstandings and possibly more than one person? Or maybe only one person. Hard to say. All right. path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. Carry the torch for others to see and wake up the world. That's very hermity. You kind of got this message the first time around. Right here. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So I get that you're very confused, and you're probably here because you're very confused. And there's nothing here that gives you any definite answers. It's just telling you that things will change. So some degree of patience on your part. I know you got the analysis paralysis card. I find that a lot of times, things will become clear if you are patient, if you wait. There is perhaps a lack of information. Again, the misunderstandings, miscommunications. Perhaps it's simply that you don't know or understand what's happening. This one is considered a message from a spirit sage or master. So, it is not time for you to do anything, except perhaps some of this hermit energy going within, getting clear on your own light. You did also have the raccoon card. So this is carry the torch for others to see, wake up the world. This is, not being hidden anymore. If you've been hiding a significant part of yourself, I think there's definitely an indication here that that's going to come to an end, or that it should come to an end. And that may feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so this is card 29, this is card 47. I'm not sure I'm going to read these for you because I think they basically tell you everything you need to know. If you don't know it yet, you are a person who can answer questions for others. You had the star in the upright, so your connection to the divine is real. I mean, you also have the cosmic egg. So you have a very real connection to the divine in whatever form you believe in. And that is going to become increasingly important. This is just not a time for action, no matter how much you may want that action. And you did get the Knight of Swords, so I am sure that you really want to take action of some sort. And to just know, maybe, because sword suits like to really know things. They want answers. By the way, there's a crow cawing outside. Okay, so, not yet. It is time for you to provide answers for others. It is not time for you to have the answers for yourself. I'm sorry. I know that's really frustrating to hear. But have faith. Be patient. You'll get there. Till next time.